This is the first part of the book, Better Small Talk. According to the author, connecting with others is vital for health, and the quality of communication matters as well. The author describes how to move beyond small talk throughout this book. The first step to a meaningful conversation is to prepare oneself psychologically. A 2014 study done by Apley and Schroeder revealed that commuters who spoke to strangers during their commute felt more connected than those who didn't talk at all or those who just went about their usual routine. Also, a study done by Sandstorm and Dunn showed that being efficient stops people from being happy at times. Those who were engaged with people around them and smiled were happier. Many assume that they are better off keeping to themselves, but this is false. The author advises people to create conversational resumes that include your funniest stories, your most notable accomplishments, and points of view on various topics, as well as your unique life experiences. This conversation resume should allow one to draw from a wide range of subjects so that an awkward silence can be avoided and one has something meaningful to share with others. There are 4 levels of conversation, and this is how they progress. Number 1 is small talk, which centers around topics everyone can talk about. Number 2 is fact disclosure. And number 3 is opinion disclosure, which means talking about your opinions. Talk for a while until you find some common opinions with the person you're speaking with, but don't pry. Number 4, disclosure, is where people share their feelings directly with another, and this stage tends to go deeper when in a meaningful relationship. It's a good idea to signal comfort and familiarity to people you want to get to know. It's essential to set the tone of a conversation so it's appropriate for the conversation at hand. Overthinking, overplanning, analyzing, and holding back can lead to a stifling of the conversation. A lot of people discuss safe and boring topics that might be dull. Be playful and relaxed, and don't always be literal with your words. Be expressive and colorful. Exaggerating, misinterpreting for fun, hypothetical questions, and sarcasm can lighten a conversation. The way to avoid looking awkward when speaking with someone is to find plausible deniability, which means having a reason to walk up and speak with them. Most people treat others like strangers and end up making no friends at all as a result. The first indirect method to breaking the ice in a conversation is to ask for an opinion or objective information. The second indirect method to break the ice is by commenting on the environment, the context, or situation. And finally, the third way to break the ice is to comment on something you have in common with another person. People naturally search for commonalities when they ask someone specific questions like where they went to school and where they're from. These similarities make one feel comfortable, open, and friendly. People get along with and seek out people who think like them and share similar values. People can create similarities by mirroring in many ways. The FBI has used elicitation, which is an excellent strategy to use when a person doesn't reveal anything about oneself. This is a way to get others to open up by asking indirect questions. There are 3 ways to use elicitation to get someone to open up, and they are: ask a question, act as if they have already answered the question, and discover how the person reacts to your guess about their answer. Storytelling is also a way to captivate an audience by telling a story about the past. A mini story should be 3 sentences long at least. The mini story can be a story about your weekend, your job, your hometown, hobbies, or other topics. People don't actually want to know about one's weekend when they ask about it, but they do want to hear a story about it. The 1-1-1 method is another communication method that's described in the book. This is basically a method in which the story has one action, can be summarized in one sentence, and makes the listener feel one main, identifiable feeling. This 1-1-1 method allows people to tell a story with a fast approaching ending. Also, when you're in a conversation, be sure to ask open-ended questions that aren't shallow. Every participant in a conversation is responsible for the outcome of the conversation. Conversations need to move forward in some way and have momentum by going deeper or wider into a topic. Thank you for watching, and may all your conversations be fruitful.